All right, what's going on, everybody? Jared Leon here for Pack a Punch Traders. Just want to make a quick trade recap from today. Was a pretty boring day, and I sat on my hands all day. I watched the market in the morning. Didn't see anything. Sat on my hands and kind of just hung out with my dog midday. Took him out and about. We walked around and came back and was really watching YMTX. And it just had too much overhead resistance here up at 2 or in the low 2s. Sorry, mid 2s. Here, I'll show that to you guys. It's kind of hard to let me clear that. Okay. So you have resistance here at about 250 and then 240, and it was gapping up today. Had great news. It is a lower float, low market cap, trading great volume. So was definitely top watch this morning. It was my favorite gapper this morning, and stayed really patient in here. It shit the bed, faded, and it came back. I was watching it really closely in here, and was never excited enough to actually want to take a starter. I needed to see more from this. For one, the volume was pretty light compared to the morning, and I was looking for that VWAP and open price at 208, those reclaims, and you can see it really kind of topped out. I had a hard time at 208, and I was really looking for that high of day break over 219. That was the push and break I really wanted to see to take a position, and we never got it. So I sat on my hands with that. And then AERC, I saw this, midday. It was up on my top percent gainers. I saw it as a first green day. Never thought too much of it. Was never eager to jump in and trade it until it did break. It had this VWAP reclaim, test and hold. Strong volume was starting to come in, and you can see during this dip here when it was holding under VWAP, very light volume, very very little selling there. And as soon as volume started to come back in, we got a nice little perk through VWAP, a nice little VWAP reclaim there, the VWAP hold, and a nice squeeze to new high of day. And that high of day was at 432, and we saw 466. So once we broke that high of day on some nice strong volume, I wanted to see how that dip was going to hold. And I definitely messed this up big time. I needed to be much more patient. And how I traded this was I took this first dip, this first pullback. I knew there was a lot of support down here in the low 4s. And so I took this first dip and I ended up getting in at 420. So 420, and I was really just risking 4. And I wanted to give this some time, and I was okay, I was okay with it having another dip. But I really wanted it to hold 4. And so I was up, a few percent, whatever. And we had this dump. And that's kind of, it freaked me out a little bit. It definitely got me emotional. We had this little perk under 4. I cut it here at 403. I should have been a little bit more patient because this ended up holding 4 to a T, and pretty light volume here. We had strong volume on the dip, but 4 held really nicely, and you got VWAP right below, and you had a lot of support down here, in the 390s 4. And so once this held and consolidated and made this little higher low here, I slapped my shares right back. I was in at 408, and I sold the majority of my shares in the 430s, 440s, and then in here, I was just expecting, a push quick. I was expecting this push to be quicker. And I definitely got emotional, and I sold the last of my shares here at like 431. Because I thought it was going to end up cracking right back. Because I kind of saw this as a lower high, and just I should have been a little bit more patient, because as soon as I sold, I said to myself, oh my god, I just sold way too soon. I should have just stuck to my original plan, thinking this was going to get back to the 450s, 460s, and I cut it way too soon. I regretted it the second after I did it. And just a minute, 2 minutes later, it was perking a new high of day. And so that was really frustrating, but it was also good to see because at least my thought process was correct and I was on the right track. Just needed to be more patient with this initial dip buy. Once it had this really hard crack here, held forward to a T, made that higher low, the really light volume when it was consolidating. I recognized that really well and was able to get my shares right back and take this trade from being red to green. So I really can't complain too much. I am green on the day, so that is good. I'm happy, a little pat on the back to myself for that. Especially with just how crappy I've been trading the past few months. So to have 2 green days in a row, because Friday I had a green day too, it's just nice. So I put in a little extra work this weekend, really reviewing trades and preparing for today. So when nothing, in my watch list panned out, I really stayed patient, let AERC play out a little bit, and just took the quick snipe on it. And I definitely gave back a lot of gains, selling too soon and taking that first loss there. So I need to do, but there's still so many things I need to correct and do better. But just taking it one step at a time, just getting a little bit better every day. So that's all I can really ask for. Because at some point, I'm gonna take off, and I can't wait for that. I can't wait. I'm so excited. But until then, it's just nose down, grinding. Do everything I can possibly do to make this work. So that was it. And look, we're still pushing. We're about to test 5 right now in after hours. So really nice. This did have resistance here. And let me see. Yeah. Oh, this is being really annoying. Okay. Either way, it had some resistance here in the high 4s, and that's why I think it was being really choppy. It had a lot of resistance in the 450s, 460s, the mid to high 4s. So that's why I think it was really choppy in here and having a hard time, but it also just failed to break down. And that's what leads to this continuous grind of pushing higher. Just more buyers and sellers. Short, all the people who are shorting it are just getting stopped out every time it makes a new high of day. So that was basically it. That was my only trade for the day. Those were the key lessons. And yeah, that's basically it. So solid day. A lot of things I need to do better and correct, but green is green. Can't complain about that. And let's just take this momentum into tomorrow. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it made sense. Hope you guys took something from it. If you guys have any feedback whatsoever, please feel free to comment and let me know. Also check us out on, Twitter, posting everything on Twitter every day, watch list, top tickers we're watching. And then, check out our live streams on TradeCaster, live streaming every morning for the first hour of market open and that last hour of market close. So come check us out. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys later.